For the price of a couple of grams of cocaine, that's the same price that people pay to have a police officer killed in Colombia. The purchase of 2 or 3 grams of Colombia in a Sydney nightclub might result in the death of a Colombian police officer.
There's about 2 police officers a week who are killed in Colombia fighting the war on drugs.
The going rate for an association in Colombia at the moment is about $500 US.
There are so many families that have lost their children.
Jose Fernando Carvajal loves his country and his life, despite all the cards he's been dealt. He's completing marathons, climbing mountains, dancing. These are things the Colombian cop never thought possible when he became collateral damage in the war against drugs. It was November 10, 2018. He was clearing a path to a cocaine crop with his sniffer dog. Then, he stepped on a landmine. His tones could be heard from his hospital bed when he woke from his 15-day coma.
And I remember that when I was singing that song, I raised my hands and I say to my God, I forgive the person that did me that.
His never-say-die attitude has made him a hero among his colleagues. He's lost his legs, but he's gained every officer's respect.
And I fight for my dreams with effort, with a smile.
The 27-year-old is one of the lucky ones. Every week, 2 police officers die in Colombia. And last year, during a campaign called the Pistol Plan, narco bosses had 61 officers killed in retaliation for the arrest of drug trafficker Dario Antonio Essuega.
This is a monument to some of those who have died, and it's not all of them. They've got the names here and the dates of the police officers who've been killed in the fight against narcos.
Among the fallen, Colombian pilot Maximiliano Azuero Garcia, whose helicopter crashed on a drug lab-busting mission in 2021.
As a pilot, he was helping in this war against drugs, helping other children that might have been initiated in this problem.
His heartbroken wife still serves with the Colombian National Police.
This was a very sudden and unexpected loss, so it's very difficult to prepare for something like this.
The violence in Colombia can be traced back to Australia and our insatiable appetite for drugs. The coca plant, which is the base product for cocaine, only grows in the Andes Mountains in Colombia, Peru and Bolivia. More than 70% of our cocaine comes from Colombia.
Colombian National Police understand that the Australian demand is driving the supply of cocaine in Colombia. And that's just not drug production, that's fueling narco-terrorists, that's fueling attacks on police, it's fueling bombings of government and police buildings. For the price of a couple of grams of cocaine, that's the same price that people pay to have a police officer killed in Colombia. The purchase of 2 or 3 grams of Colombia in a Sydney nightclub might result in the death of a Colombian police officer. The going rate for an association in Colombia at the moment is about $500 US.
And there are so many families that have lost their children. Both societies are losing, both Australians and Colombians. We need to continue strengthening our efforts to fight this threat.
There are 170,000 Colombian officers on the front line.
How brave are your police officers?
The best of all.
Will you keep fighting the narcos? Will you not stop until Colombia is safer?
You can be certain that whenever there's a criminal behavior, whether it be from drug traffic or any other conduct, the police is always ready to fight